Hi everyone, back here driving. I wouldn't say it's a difficult subject for me to talk about, but because I survived it or I lived through it. But it's definitely it might be a topic where you might get uncomfortable, at least listening to me talk about it or reading about it or watching this video about it. Just wanted to describe a significant event, another significant event in my life that kind of helped define who I am and who I became as an adult. At the time, I didn't really know what was going on, just kind of, not really understanding the severity of what happened. But as you can kind of tell from the topic here, I always thought I had a normal childhood growing up, because I had nothing else to compare it to. My dad was gone a lot, as far as being in the Navy, working late hours. My mom, I think at the time, I'm not sure if she was working, but there's been times where she was working quite long hours as a waitress in different restaurants and bars and stuff. So I was pretty self-reliant as a kid. But for this particular story, I remember being about 4 years old, living in Hawaii. I think it was Pearl Harbor. My dad and my mom had a condo. I'm not sure if they owned it or if they rented it or they got some kind of deal. But I know my dad worked kind of part-time as kind of like a super or a maintenance man, because we did a lot of stuff around the building. And I know that I was at least 10 or 12 stories tall, because I thought it was pretty cool that we lived pretty high up. I think we're on like the ninth floor of this condo building. So I remember just kind of sitting there, about a young kid, about 4 years old, barely, almost out of being a toddler, watching TV. And I think my mom asked me to do something. I can't remember what it was, but I was watching cartoons and I was playing with toys and stuff that normal 4-year-old kids do. And I must have said something smart ass back, like, hey, no, I'm not going to do that, or I'll do it later, or I'm busy watching cartoons or something. I can't remember what I said, but I do remember her just fucking started yelling and freaking screaming at the top of her lungs, and then she ran to the kitchen and grabbed a big knife. Not sure if it was a butcher knife, but it was pretty freaking big. I mean, it's one of those big chop knives you see in a big knife set, where it's, you use it to chop up vegetables or meat or something. But then she started, she raised it over her head like she was going to kill me, and she literally said, "I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to cut you up with this knife if you don't do whatever she wanted me to do." Like I said, I can't remember what she wanted me to do for her originally. Might have been something like get her a Coke or something. I'm not sure. It was something really menial and really just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll do it later. But she started chasing me around the house and started yelling, or around the condo, and started yelling at me, and just really never really took a swing at me with the knife, but really just had it over her head, and it scared the crap out of me. Like, literally, I was like really afraid for my life, almost to the point where I was looking for a way to escape. And every time I tried to go to my room, she'd lock the door. I think I tried maybe even running out the front door of the condo, and I think she blocked that door. Eventually got to the point where I ran to the balcony of the condo, and like I said, we're about 9 stories up, and I remember being on the balcony. Went through opened the sliding glass door, and she came out after me. Had the knife over her head too. You could see the crazy look in her eyes. And at that point, I'm stuck in a corner. I can't get past her to get into the condo because she was blocking the doorway. I can't run around the balcony. Obviously, it's a confined space. So my my only option at the time was to like jump over or climb over the railing of the balcony and just kind of threaten, like, hey, I'm gonna jump if you don't put the knife down. And I think I might have even said that to her. It's like, I'm climbing over this railing and I'm gonna jump. And I think I might have even told her I'd rather, you know, jump from this floor instead of you killing me. I think that kind of snapped her out of it. I'm not sure if she, you know, calmed down or anything, but I think I didn't get over the railing. I started climbing up onto the railing as far as you know, stepping onto the bottom part of the railing, and just kind of like getting my foot swung over, or trying to swing it over the railing. Never got it to where my body was actually over the railing, but I did, you know, I was making moves to get over at least the other side of the railing, so I was actually able to jump off. Again, you know, not really contemplating suicide at the point, but just kind of like thinking to myself, if this crazy woman is gonna chop me up with a freaking butcher knife, I'd rather, you know, take my chances and land in the soft grass 9 stories down, and go from there. Again, these are the kind of thoughts that I had as a 4-year-old, you know, kind of at that point I was fighting for my life, honestly. And so just kind of getting to the point where I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do as a human being. And I think, like I said, my mom, I think she might have snapped out of it, seeing her 4-year-old kid, you know, threatening to jump over a railing on a balcony to make her stop. You know, at that point, I think she kind of put the knife down and walked inside, and I think I might have just kind of paused there for a little bit on the balcony, and just kind of like made sure that everything was okay until before I went inside the condo. And I can't even remember what I did after. It was kind of like a blank, but I just remember just walking in, and that was kind of it. I'm not sure if I resumed watching TV. I think I might have even just went to my room and just kind of like hid in bed or took a nap or something. I can't remember what exactly transpired after that. Like, I can't remember if my dad came home and my mom told him about it. I didn't bring it up because I didn't know what the protocol was. Like, I'm not sure if I would have said, if I was allowed to say, hey Dad, Mom tried killing me this afternoon. So I just kind of kept my mouth shut, I guess, because I wasn't sure what typically happens after your mom tries to kill you at 4 years old. So yeah, no real closure happened from that. I don't think my dad ever brought it up. I don't even know if he knew at the, you know, up until the day he died. Yeah, my dad passed away a few years ago, but so he may not even know that that's what happened to me when I was 4 years old while he was away at work, and Mom was just having a bad day, I guess. So, like I said, I didn't know. It's my first time being a 4-year-old. I'm not sure what the protocol was. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to tell anybody. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say something. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to apologize for something. I think I just kind of started just living my life and just kind of like not knowing, you know, when the next time my mom was going to snap, I guess. So that's kind of like something that kind of has stuck with me the rest of my life. Up to this day, obviously, I'm talking about it, and it kind of led to, you know, me kind of being a little bit guarded when I'm around certain people, and you know, not sharing myself completely to other people, and it definitely set the tone for the rest of my relationship with my mother. So we'll get more into that, I guess, in later blog posts once I get around to it. But so this is you know, like I said, you can read the rest of the post in the blog. Just wanted to kind of set the tone there and kind of put my perspective on things. Like I said, I had no frame of reference as a 4-year-old kid as to what is normal and what isn't normal. To me, obviously, I thought this was okay, whatever. It scared me, yeah. It definitely, you know, affected how I saw my mom. But I didn't really realize how fucked up it was until I got older. You know, when I say older, probably like in my 20s and 30s, I didn't realize how fucked up that situation was until I started talking to other people and seeing, you know, the kinds of childhoods they had. And of course, obviously, other people are abused or are mistreated as children as well. But there's also people that aren't treated the way I was. So that's one of the defining moments in my life. Like I said, I don't have a problem talking about it. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. If you have any comments, you know, definitely put them in the comments section. I've got no problem addressing it. I got no problem answering questions. You know, obviously, I'm giving you my perspective. I can't tell you what my mom's state of mind was, but I've had people, professional people, tell me that she wasn't in her right frame of mind. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you in about a week or so. Bye.